Hey, what is up, lovelies? It is Lynn the Gacha Goblin, and people have been asking me questions about the boycott that people have been talking about for this specific banner, for the multi banners. Now, I kind of want to talk about a few things because I guess people are a little bit confused as to what my stance is, and to also why we should boycott multi-banners and not solo banners. So first of all, solo banner boycotts are never going to work. That is because it is only going to affect one love interest, and that means that it's not necessarily the entire community that's going to boycott the game. Meaning, if a Silas girly doesn't want to pull on a Xavier girly's banner, then that doesn't mean that the Silas girly is boycotting. That just means that they don't want that specific card. That's why it has to be a multi-banner. Is there a chance that that's ever really going to happen in the future? I don't know. I have made a video previously talking about the 3 things that is very important for a boycott to even succeed. And from what I'm seeing right now, I don't really see anything here that's really substantial enough. See, because a lot of people still don't know that there's a boycott going on. So that means that the word isn't being spread fast enough or far enough for it to really make a significant impact. And 2, I'm going to talk about all of these things, but I still don't know if I'm going to support the boycott or not, to be perfectly honest. I understand that there is a reason for a boycott, but I don't know if I can, back it, knowing that it may or may not work. Like, there is no guarantee here. So this is what I'm going to be talking about today: why people are boycotting the game and who is going to boycott this game right now. So let's go over to Twitter here. So we have somebody here who kind of like pieces everything together very nicely. We have Carolina. So fixing light issues, clothes, and accessories for darker skin tones. This is something that has been very prevalent in the space for a very long time, to which Infold has turned a complete blind eye to for more than a year now, which is very upsetting. So that is one of the things that people are going to be boycotting. They're going to address Silas's missing content. There is Silas's missing content, and technically you can actually include Caleb's missing content as well. There are some people who may argue that it is too early in the game for people to be asking for, Silas's content or Caleb's content, since this game is going to supposedly last for a very long time. They need more things to keep up with the lore and whatnot. So there is that. There is to clarify the VA situation. This is the VA situation with Zane. There has been some speculation caused by some other people wondering who Zane's VA is, because he sounds like this one guy from this anime who apparently has a very sordid background in terms of having some allegations against him about SA. So there is that. They just want to know if he is that VA or not. And then there is, of course, the whole situation with Xavier's new companion. The whole nerfing of the companion itself, and how basically upset the Xavier community is about that. That being said, I will also bring up the fact that Raphael's third myth was also apparently nerfed. Something that people did not catch on to, but there is some posts that I found before that were talking about that whole thing as well. However, the thing that people did change, the thing that the company apparently did change, quote unquote, allegedly, again, it's still on Bilibili, so I don't know why people are saying this, that they wanted to change the scene because some misogynists don't like Raphael being portrayed as a feminine, more feminine man. There's that. Okay, so here is their post. I better see y'all boycotting everything about the boycott, a thread. So, why are we boycotting? There are multiple reasons, and in this thread I will go through all of them. this is quite serious here. Okay, so first and foremost, the possibility of an abuser being among the VAs. If you are not aware of the situation, please take a look at the following posts. Now, I will say something about this. Apparently, now this is alleged, I don't have any proof of this, right? But I have been told that the person who had suggested that Zane's VA was an abuser was somebody who wanted to spread misinformation and to cause drama and infighting within the community. There was a lot of infighting going on, and because of that, somebody just, started to shout, very loudly on the internet that Zane's VA could be an abuser. And of course, that snowballed. It spiraled into a larger and bigger concept, and people, of course, who have suffered under SA felt icky for playing the game and being a fan of Zane, which 100% understandable. 100% understandable. That is why people are asking now Infold to give some sort of statement about this situation. So there is that. And then next we have here an important thread regarding the situation VA alleged. Okay. We are not asking him to reveal the VA's identity or to break NDA. We just want a statement clarifying that this person is not involved with the development of the game. Secondly, the issues with clothing and lighting for darker skin tones. This is actually something, again, that is very prevalent in the space. Like when this whole scene came out for Caleb, you can barely see the MC because the lighting is so bad in the game, and it just makes a lot of people with darker skin tones feel very excluded in a game where they kind of perpetuate the idea that there is inclusivity because you can choose different skin tones. So there is that. Another example is the new combat outfit. Oh, the legs look pale as compared to the skin tone. That's actually very silly. And the recent Doki signal, I'm guessing it's this. Oh, because it's not blended properly on the bottom. Okay. And then, oh yeah, there was a funky mohawk, apparently. Anybody can look at that and say it's an afro, right? Also, aside from this, the company keeps using derogatory language and words. See images below that have already changed the names, but they did so silently. The least they could do, and what the player base deserves, is an apology. Yeah. They do this very, very commonly. Infold does not make official statements because for them, I probably feel like the reason why they don't make official statements is because they feel like it's a lose-lose situation anyway. So that's probably why they say that, but that doesn't show respect to their player base, which is very unfortunate. In addition to this, Xavier's new companion was falsely advertised. We already know about this. I covered this in a video on my channel. We also want to add that C and Girlies have sent Infold a notice from a law firm stating that if Infold doesn't comply, that they will file a lawsuit. So this is about the lawsuit that I have not covered yet on my channel. I will eventually make a video talking about this, but there is a lawsuit that is going to be sent to Infold if they don't change a lot of the different things in the game. Specifically the KOD problem, the other situation with Xavier's companion. The post about this potential lawsuit in the official subreddit has been locked by their own team. I am not surprised by that fact. The subreddit has moderators that will remove anything that defames the company in any way. You have no free speech on that platform. They control everything that you share. When I first started as a content creator and started sharing my videos that kind of criticize the game, they were not allowed, they were not posted. They're even lucky that this was posted and was locked, because that means it was successful, but unfortunately it was not shared. The same thing happened to any post containing the word boycott in the official Infinity Nikki subreddit back in May. This is their attempt to silence the player base. Again, this is very important. People need to talk about that. They do try to censor different kinds of words. They're very, very active about that. They turned boycott into girlcott, so that way, people can actually talk about this. Aside from this, the staff is making fun of the boycott. You're kidding me. Really? Wait, which boycott? Are we talking about oh my god. Are we talking about the Love and Deepspace team? You're kidding me. Really? Why cancel the leaderboard, in my opinion, is a very great event. Who can see who has higher popularity so Dev can focus on him more. Players should try and help their faves reach the top, that way they will get more great stuff and an event focus on their faves. We players should climb the leaderboard too, try our best for your faves. If you pay your part of the family, male or female doesn't matter as long as you swipe the card. Oh wow, you're kidding me. Well, I just came across this on Reddit. It's the staff insulting players publicly from their personal accounts. Honestly, I don't think I want to support a company that treats its community like this. Everyone was on the boycott calling others chronically online performative activism for not FW infold scamming players, being racist towards black and brown players, and not answering concerns. Wait, this is legit? This is actual people from the company? This is an actual person from the company? If you pay your part of the family, male or female, doesn't matter as long as you swipe the card. Wow. That's messed up. I'm going to say that this is an alleged person from the company because, again, we don't have proof. But if this is somebody who works from the company who has these things to say about the player base, they literally only see us as money bags. They do not care. Just stop spending like for a few weeks. You can spend when there's a new event. Don't listen to random nobody. The next one will look even more gorgeous. Everyone go swipe them cards. Trust the dev. They had never slack off with the designs nor give players bad experience. Go pay, or do you want your fave to drop off the rankings? You know what? The whole ranking thing with the freaking love interest is one of these. I hate it. It's one of the stupidest things in this community. I don't care what people will say. That is the dumbest thing in the community. I hate the rankings because it causes infightings, okay? It causes people to infight, and you can tell when people are trying to propagate the infighting because they will show screenshots of the freaking leaderboards, and then they'll blur out the faces of Raphael or Xavier, Zane, Silas, Caleb. They're all from the same game. Can't we just be happy that the entire character roster is on the leaderboard? Do we even have to compete against each other? Can't we just be happy that, I don't know, we beat other games? We can't be a united front about it? That is what honestly pisses me off. Anyway, that's just me. Every time I see that, I'm just like, you really had to blur out their faces. Was there really a point to doing this? Don't think you can ask for shiz when you only spend a dime. Oh, okay, so they don't give a crap about free-to-play players. I think this rankings favor loyal fans, aka people who only likes one guy instead of many. Winners can be proud because their faves is on a high ranking, gaining popularity, and they can get special treatment from dev. Losers can just try again next time, no sweat. So you're telling me that the people who work for Infold genuinely like the popularity contests because it shows them what the devs should focus on in the game? You're telling me that they don't focus on, wow, now I can see that this whole thing literally is just Infold causing the infighting, causing this competitiveness, so that way people will be forced to spend more in the game, not just because of FOMO, not just because of any of those things, but to show pride in who their favorite love interest is. It's not even like they're letting people like all of the love interests. They're really just pushing, oh, you should have a favorite one love interest. That way you will hate all the other guys and you will spend a lot of money on that one guy. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? And then that makes, the player base infight, and then it's just never going to happen. A united front for a boycott is just never going to happen if this is how the company is. Since I first started, Paper Infold has never changed. You are the only one who changed. You went with the flow and you feel like it's not the same as it used to be. You feel sad and you still play game. Are you playing the victim? Gross. Wow. Note, they're replying to staff's private account. If I don't feel like it, I just quit the game. Nowadays, I feel like nothing app can respect their users more than Paper Infold. Who do you think you are? You can still do well. We can still do well without you. Oh my god. Then spend on the game. I really can't get you at all. Every day the dev has to work hard thinking on hosting events because if there is none, y'all will scream at the dev. It's all because of the fans of the guys, the 4 love interests. Keep rushing them. Of course they can't cater to fans who like them all, aka who likes all 4 instead of just 1. That is so effed up. That is so effed up. Wow, I hated that. Wow, that ruined my day. Do I really want to read all of these? Gone mad because of the battle pass? LMAO, you are the battle pass itself. Haven't seen Leviathans who spend like 900k or 400k who has anything to say about events but got silence. That's because they are being illogical. What's wrong with spending more when you already spent a lot? Oh my god. Your money grown on trees, is it? Can't stop. Big spenders, show us the bill where you top up. She replying to staff's private account here, by the way. Spending on your lover is also a loss. Don't you spend because you like him? Are you using money as a way to measure how much you love him? Can you play others' games ending so fast, story so new, huh? All what makes LND is not there. If I was a staff, I will 100% broaden our target customer. Take a deep breath, guys. Just spend as long as you're playing the game. Don't make a fuss out of it. You keep yapping when there's some problem, but as soon as the new card drop, your card swiped itself, huh? Real mature. Wow. Holy crap. I don't want to continue reading that. That is actually making me so upset. Wait, sorry, did I miss somewhere? How do we know this account is PG staff? The person was fired after the incident came out, and they did not feel sorry at all, no remorse attached and or translated. So that person was legitimately staff. And then they were fired. You're kidding me. No, this isn't any kind of person really Kokoro's mentioned intention, but anyone with a little brain would not say such words. The customer service of folding paper gives me a very mechanical feeling, but this is not this feeling. I heard that paper folding is a small company with few people, so they should also be careful selecting employees, right? Can this kind of weird speaker really be selected? I'm afraid it's not a black fan or a high-level black sent by other companies. I think when they say black fan, like undercover agent kind of almost. This is not an employee of customer service, but an employee of the personnel department. She has been picked out long ago. After being pulled out, she immediately deleted the blog and cleared it while saying she was not, in fact. In fact, she just said what was from the bottom of her heart. There is indeed nothing wrong with it. No matter what the company does, there are still people who would scold and give money. There is evidence. Someone intercepted the normal words sent by this person and showed them to customer service of folding paper. The folding paper customer service directly said that this was their colleague. This is the real hammer. You can go to Weibo to find a screenshot of the chat recorded at the time. This is so disgusting. Unfortunately, I left the trip early. You're actually kidding me. So this was actually said by an ex-employee? What is this? What a group of dumb, shitty women. How can you quit the game? I am flabbergasted. I am shocked. I am shocked, guys. Wow. It is also worth noting that CM players, let's get back to the point of the boycott, guys. Let's get back to the point of the this is insane. It is also worth noting that CM players are making a lot of noise. We should follow their example. Infold being blasted on the news for false advertisement of Xavier's new myth is the justice we deserve lawsuit coming because you keep pretending to be blind to our players' criticisms. So yeah, it's been on the news. I've seen that. And last but not least, the lack of basic content for both Silas and Caleb. Yes, Silas and Caleb is very, very important. Has a boycott been organized? Yes. Here's all information, everything about the boycott, a thread. Okay, so let's see how to boycott. I want to see how they're trying to organize this boycott. Now, if you look here, there's only 94 people who like this, which is very disappointing in terms of like if they're trying to really organize a widespread boycott. CN girlies have already stated that they will not spend money for the entire duration of the next banner. We should do the same. You can use your savings pool and still participate in the boycott. Okay. Our CN sisters still cheering below. They are in heat to not spend just to take the free tickets. Okay. So they're not looking to spend anything. They're just going to use their savings or whatever they have saved up, which is pretty standard in the boycotts that I've witnessed. Aside from this, the social media blackout for at least the first 3 days of the next banner. This means a hopefully temporary cessation of online activity on all social media platforms. Last but not least, we need to keep emailing customer service and leave reviews templates. For this, they are provided here. Okay, interesting, very interesting. And then these are the templates. So those are the reasons why people are boycotting. I was completely sidetracked by that person's comments. So sorry about that, but I am flabbergasted. I'm shocked that somebody from Infold even had that kind of mentality. I am very disappointed, to be perfectly honest, and I really hope that some of them, or at least most of the people who work for Infold, don't share the same type of like mentality. Yeah. Now, if you want to join the boycott, you can definitely 100% join the boycott. I'm not gonna say no. You don't need to listen to me about that. I, for myself, am definitely, you guys all know, I don't spend for the first 2 weeks of the banner. I don't buy any of the packs. I don't do anything like that. And specifically for this banner, I'm going to experience the kindled moments before I even decide whether or not I'm going to even poll. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. It is very upsetting that, you know, this kind of thing has to even be discussed, to be perfectly honest, because if Infold really did respect their player base, we wouldn't have these kind of conversations. You know, we wouldn't have these kind of conversations of whether or not we need to boycott at all. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know if any other CCs are even aware of this situation, are even thinking of boycotting, or even know that there is a boycott that is going around. So I feel like there is some sort of disconnect here between what is being propagated online, on like Reddit, on Twitter, I don't even know if people are talking about this on Facebook. And if they are, somebody down in the comments, please let me know. But that is the conversation right now. Before the banner releases, I hope that if this is going to be something that is very prominent, I hope that I find out soon enough so that way I can at least warn everybody. But if it's not, again, we do need those 3 things for a boycott to be successful. We need unity for the CN player base and also the global player base. And we need organization, a very, very high level organization, no misinformation being spread, no confusion being had by anybody. And we also need a way of negating and saying no to any of the naysayers who may say that we're idiots for boycotting. So those are the 3 things that I think that is very important in order for a boycott to even be possible. So there is that. So far it looks like we have we at least have some sort of organization here. It looks like there is some sort of explanation as to why there should be a boycott. In terms of the CN side, it looks like CN is just not gonna spend. I don't know if that's a full-on boycott. I haven't seen anything on XHS, but I will keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you think. Are you guys gonna boycott? Are you not gonna boycott? Is this something that, you know, we should really talk about? If anything, to be perfectly honest, if you're not going to boycott, I would at least appreciate if people would send stuff to customer service expressing their concerns. It may not even be answered, it may not even be paid attention to, but at least, hey, it's something, and at least we're getting our voices out there, you know? It may not be the most effective way, but who knows? Who knows? At least we said something, right? Alright, so that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to subscribe to the channel, please feel free to do so. If you want to become a member of the Goblin family and join our memberships, go ahead and become a member. And if you want to join our Discord server, where we're kind of doing a lot of shenanigans right now, we have double the XP going on in the general chat in order to level up so you can get to the spicy content. So there is that going on. The link is in the description box. If the link is not working, please let me know in the comments and I will replace it. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. I am Lynn the Gacha Goblin, and I will see you lovelies in the next video. Bye bye now.